If you've ever searched for cycling accessories on Amazon, you've no doubt come across ROCKBROS. No matter what you search for, a ROCKBROS option seems to come up, and with literally tens of thousands of SKUs, it's no wonder. Now, most people's first experience with ROCKBROS seems to be the same. You're just searching for a low-cost accessory, and you choose the lowest cost option. It's the ROCKBROS option, and then you get it, and you're pleasantly surprised by the good quality. The Baguette King himself, Trace Bello, recently had a similar experience. He picked the lowest priced roof rack he could find. Again, it turned out to be a ROCKBROS one, and he was impressed with the quality. So link to his video up here somewhere. But in this video, I'm going to talk to you a bit about who ROCKBROS are and show you some of my favorite ROCKBROS products. So yeah, let's check it out. Now, thank you very much to ROCKBROS for sponsoring this video. I've been using ROCKBROS stuff as a paying customer for probably almost 10 years now, but this video is sponsored by ROCKBROS, so full disclosure, thanks to ROCKBROS for supporting the channel. So ROCKBROS' origin story really is one from humble beginnings. Their founder, a huge bike nut, he once did the Chengdu to Tibet road to sky route, which is a crazy 2,000 kilometer route, but the average elevation for the route is above 4,000 meters of elevation, because it's just constantly going over mountain passes. Absolutely crazy ride. So yeah, the founder, he's a hardcore bike nut, he's a bike fanatic, which is obviously the best way to start a bike company. But anyway, from his simple, humble one-man beginnings, the company has now grown into a massive company. Like I said, they've got their own factories, pumping out all of their stuff, putting huge amounts of money into R&D as well. They're trying to innovate on products, and I saw they got some designs at the Shanghai Bike Show, the Taipei Bike Show, I think some IDEF design awards. So just a bunch of different design awards. So they're really pushing innovation, putting money into that, and obviously a combination of putting a lot of money in R&D to make innovative products and then having your own factories to make them is a good way to get good quality products for a low cost. They've recently launched a new range of products called Road to Sky, again named after that route that started the whole thing off. So yeah, this is their more super premium stuff, and they've sent some over for me to have a look at. So yeah, let's take a look at this Road to Sky stuff. So I think these days everyone's getting into gravel or adventure riding, or just riding longer and trying to get all the carbs in them that they can. So I think top tube bags are an obvious thing to go for. So there was a thing a few years ago when handlebar bags were getting pretty popular, but handlebar bags suck for aero. Top tube bags, pretty good idea, because it's more out of the wind behind your stem or whatever. And yeah, so I asked ROCKBROS to send me over some of their top tube bags. They do these in a whole bunch of different colors. So there's one that will match your bike. I got a few colors sent over for some of my different bikes. But yeah, I thought I'll show you this guy. So obviously this color, the army green, it's very gravelly, especially with the orange accents. That'll go well on either my Cirque or my G Major, which are both orange. But the thing I like about this one is how it fits on the bike. So we have these cool boa style straps where we can loosen these and then the whole thing comes off. And then with the dial loosened, you can wrap this around your top tube, hook it back on the cable, push this guy in, and then the whole thing clamps down. So super smart system. These also have protectors in here, which are going to spread out the load over your top tube more, so you're not going to scratch your paint up. Obviously, anything like this, if it's rattling around their loads, it will still scratch your paint up, so make sure you do some frame protection or whatever, but this is already them trying their best to abbreviate that problem. But yeah, even the one that wraps around the stem is connected to the same thing, so all three of these clamps are connected to the same dial, so just one dial, crank, 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 and the whole thing tightens down. Inside the bag, we do have a few different compartments, so you can sort out your stuff. If you're a monster like me and you like to empty the jelly babies straight into the bag, there's a compartment to keep your jelly babies away from your licorice all sorts or whatever. And on the side, you've got obviously your netting, so if you want to throw in some gloves or some arm warmers or whatever, there's a place to put that on the outside as well. So super cool, funky little product. We've also got reflective lettering on the sides, so that's going to keep you a bit more visible at night and stuff. So yeah, thinking of all the small details in the product design. This is another one of my favorite things, especially for my gravel bike. Again, orange is going to go on either my Cirque or my G Major very well. But the thing I like about this, so obviously water bottle cage, looks pretty funky, looks a pretty slick design, but it also encompasses a tire lever too. So super handy. Obviously you've always got these on you. Tie levers are one of those things where they're sometimes too long to fit and you've got a micro saddlebag, a bit too long to fit in there. So having a cool place to put them where they also serve some function is obviously a winner chicken dinner. Weight wise, also competitive, so you're not going to be adding tons of kilos or tons of weight to your bike, which is always nice for us roaders, of course. Two different ends to the tie lever as well, one with more of a hook for maybe getting it off, and then more of a flat one for like stuffing it around or whatever. So yeah, nice and big. It's going to spread the pressure over your rim, stop you damaging your rim, all that good stuff. And when you're finished with it, just put it back on, clips on, slides down, done. So I have this blue and orange version here. I also have a black on black version if you're more into your stealth. There's other colors as well, plenty of colors, just choose one that matches your bike better. Most people obviously have 2 water bottle cages on their bike anyway, so 2 tie levers. Me, if I've got a really stubborn tire, I'm a 2 tie lever kind of guy anyway, so that's perfect. So yeah, if I was you, I'd get 2 of these, not just 1. Also, a pet peeve of mine is mismatching bottle cages on a bike, so yeah, definitely get 2 of the same. Another cool thing about ROCKBROS, I think again because it stems because the boss is from a cycling background himself, they seem to have a really keen knack for spotting good products. So if they see new products or new technologies emerging, they'll go and like invest in or acquire these designs for themselves. Now one such thing that I know they've been investing in recently is this merino wool stuff. So they sent me 2 merino wool base layers. One is a winter one is a summer one. Obviously now in Shaman it's May. This winter one I can't see myself using just yet. And the summer one I've been using a few rides already. Yeah, merino wool is a strange material. Like before I tried it, I wasn't really on the whole hype train, but yeah, it's got some interesting properties. Like the summer one, you do feel like it's cooling you down a bit, which to me seems really against logic or whatever. I don't know if it's because the way it wicks sweat away and then like the sweat is more sweat for surface air or whatever. I don't know, some hocus pocus, but yeah, it works for me. This winter one is supposed to be the opposite, more for keeping the heat in. Obviously no chance to try that in Shaman yet, but in winter, or if I go traveling somewhere else, that'll definitely be going with me. Now this one here is perhaps my favorite product. So this is another product where you may have seen, if you've been paying attention to the channel for a long time, you may have seen this on the channel before, because ROCKBROS actually brought the design for this. So now ROCKBROS own this design, but this is a very cool design, so I can see why they acquired it. This is a hidden cable lock. Now, what do I mean by a hidden cable lock? Now, let me just get into the packaging. So the shape of this should look a bit familiar to you, and that's because this is the same size as a bar end plug. So, obviously, you can push this all the way inside your handlebars. It's out the way. The only thing you've got sticking out is this. And then when it's time to lock your bike, you just want to go into the coffee shop to grab a coffee or just into the gas station to get some of those licorice all sorts. Pull the whole thing out of your handlebar and then wrap it around your rear wheel or wrap the frame of the bike to a post and then put it through here and then push this down and boom, we're locked. It's not the strongest lock in the world. If a guy's coming with angle grinder or whatever, he's going to get through it, but just for a quick nip into the coffee shop just to stop an opportunistic thief from running away with your bike, it's obviously a very good solution. Now when you come out with your coffee, just grab the key, put it in here, quick twist, pull it out, boom. Put it back in your handlebar and ride off. So if you do find yourself often stopping outside the coffee shop or outside the petrol station to get stuff and you're worried about your bike, this is definitely going to stop or slow down any opportunistic thieves, right? So super convenient, like I say, just push it in here, press the button down, we're locked, not going anywhere, come out with the key, one twist, and we're done. The key is also super small. Like for me, I'd probably even consider just hiding the key on the bike somewhere, like in your saddlebag or whatever. Super small key, not gonna keep any weight. The lock itself, also very lightweight, not gonna be a hassle to you. And yeah, a very cool thing if you're making a small stop somewhere. Now the last one is kind of maybe more of a back to roots for ROCKBROS because obviously it is a bike bag. So obviously for taking stuff on your bike, there's lots of different storage solutions and options and stuff. If you're after something more sleek and air or whatever, you've got the likes of a tail fin or something. But for me, Whenever I travel anywhere, I've got so much stuff, you know, cameras, drones, and then all the bike stuff, and it definitely all adds up. So I'm definitely not a light packing guy, but sometimes I don't take a bike with me. You know, I'm going to be going somewhere and hiring a bike or renting a bike or something. So I want something that has lots of capacity, but something that's easy to travel with, and the bags themselves can compact down to a very small scale. So these, as you see them here, are in the folded down state. I'll show you how they look in a minute when they're all packed up. And yeah, I'll show you just how much they can hold as well. Okay, so you saw just how small these things fold up, but now I've got them set up on the bike, and let's look just how much stuff they can hold. So I've put Mr. Panda up here. He's underneath the, what do you call these, bungee cords. So you've got these bungee cords on here, which are adjustable, so you can add more tension or take more tension out depending on what you're carrying. So anything good for strapping your clothes on, your rain jacket on, or whatever. For me, it was Mr. Panda. The side panniers can hold a lot. I've got those fully stacked up, so let's look at how much they can hold first. So in each side pannier, I put 2 water bottles. And then also in this side pannier, just, I guess usually if you're traveling, you're taking clothes, so I just put a bunch of clothes. So let's look, so we've got 7 t-shirts in that one. And then the other side, another 2 bottles. Well, actually on this side I can show you the panniers, you can actually just take them off. And so obviously that's easiest to get stuff in and out when you just take it off. So if I reach into this side, so in this side, let's see how many did I put in here. 9, 10. So yeah, 10 t-shirts on this side. I put 7 t-shirts on that side. So 17 t-shirts. They weren't fully round, so you can probably put like kind of 20 t-shirts in there as an idea of scale, and 4 water bottles as well. And then the panniers, obviously once you take them off, we can also fold them back up. Put the little hook in there that stops it rattling around. And then we have the little zips. Boom. So yeah, a lot easier to store and stuff when it's like this. If you want, we can just put it in the bag, or we can just put it back on the side of the bag, like so. Zip it up. So obviously if you're traveling light, if you're traveling heavy, you can choose how big or they are or not. But then just for now, let's just fully take these off and put them there for now. So boom, take those 2 off. Then we have this, obviously the other main compartment. So again, we've got side zips on either side with like a mesh fit. So obviously the mesh fit isn't going to be waterproof, but you know, you can put some things in there that you want to get that to more easily. On the top, we have yet another zip. So this one's going to be waterproof, and maybe this one's good for your more flatter things, very small things maybe. And then underneath this as well, we have another section which no zip, but your hand can go kind of like all the way through. I don't know what you'd want to put in there, but yeah, you guys tell me. But then the main section itself, the main storage, let's see what I put in here. So again, we open this guy up, boom, we've got 12 water bottles in here. So yeah, that gives you an idea of how much storage. They're not baby water bottles either, they're big, like 660 ml water bottles, I think. So yeah, a lot of storage in there. And then if we want to pack this down, this little Velcro bit, we just pull these guys out, flatten straight down, put this back across, and boom, super compact. Again, these 2 guys, we can put these guys back up here, strap those down with the bungee cords, and boom, you got a nice sleek package. Okay, so now I hope you understand more about ROCKBROS and where they're coming from and what they're doing and where they're going. Like I say, I'm a long-time user of the ROCKBROS stuff, and now the Road to Sky stuff seems to be taking up another level as well. Which one's my favorite product? Hard to say. I think the cable looks pretty cool and innovative, but these bags are also super stylish. Like, I do really want to get into some bike packing and stuff, and having the ability to haul around my huge amount of gear that I like to travel with, this is definitely a good option. I'll have links to all of this stuff in the description down below, so you can go check out more, and the whole of the Road to Sky range. Obviously with tens of thousands of SKUs, I'm literally just scratching the surface, but hopefully this gives you a bit of an insight into the kind of stuff that ROCKBROS are doing these days. So yeah, links in the description down below. Let me know in the comments which one's your favorite, what you think's cool, and yeah, I'll see you next time. China Cycling out.